Hi, my name is Sophie Messager. I'm a doula, a healer based in Cambridge, UK, and I'm also the author of the book Why Postnatal Recovery Matters. And I wanted to quickly come on to tell you about an analogy that popped into my mind this morning about what doulas do. And the analogy is that doulas act as a curator for options. And so I want you to imagine that you were in a foreign country, that you didn't speak the language, and that you were invited to go inside a very large buffet restaurant. Now imagine that on top of not knowing the language and not knowing what was in the dishes, you also had some unique needs, that maybe you were vegetarian, maybe you were allergic to gluten, maybe you couldn't eat shellfish or nuts or anything that meant that choosing the dishes was there was a layer of complexity added. And that imagine that you enter the restaurant and there were hundreds of different dishes, like snaking huge long buffet of dishes after dishes after dishes, and then that you not only didn't know what was in the dishes, you didn't know what ingredients were in them, you didn't know what they were called, you didn't know how to read because it was all written in a different language, but that you also found that you knew you had to make a decision quite quickly because there was people queuing behind you, so you had to keep moving. So the system and then you had to decide there and then. Can you imagine how stressful that would be? And then imagine that instead of entering the restaurant alone, you had a guide with you, somebody who had taken the time before you entered the restaurant to find out if you had any special dietary needs, who had taken time to find out what was in the dishes, maybe even spoke to the chef to make sure that there was nothing in certain dishes that were unsafe for you to eat. And imagine that it's even possible that this guide might have been able to ask the chef to make a special dish for you, something that's not available if you don't know that it actually exists. And that's what doulas do. When you enter the very complex decision-making field of pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, there's many, many, many options available, many of which you don't even know exist. There is a maze of conflicting information ranging from everybody seems to have their opinion on what they think is right for you, but it's not necessarily right for you. So a doula can curate the information. A doula will take the time to get to know you, your unique needs, and basically only offer you information that she knows are right for you. And a doula's not going to eat the dishes for you. The only person who can choose the dishes is you. But can you imagine how it could remove a lot of the stress of making decisions if somebody's taken the time to just, make sure what's on the table is actually safe and suits your needs? So if that's something you want to find out more about, I've just written a short blog post about it, and I will share the link for this next to this video. Thank you.